So what we're going to talk about today is preparing to jump. Now, first of all, jumping isn't suitable during pregnancy. But one thing, I went to a trampoline playground, if you want to call it, not a sponsored post, but Sky Zone with my children. My third baby, my little girl, was probably just 2 then. And I posted a video on Instagram and Facebook of me jumping with my kids on the trampoline. I also had several women basically stop me while I was at the trampoline play centre and say, oh my goodness, I can't believe you've had 3 children and you're jumping on a trampoline with them, and the kids were only young. So my eldest, I think he was almost 6 by then, and all my kids are 2 years apart, sorry. So you can do it. You will be able to jump, and I know it's challenging during pregnancy sometimes when you cough or sneeze and you get the dreaded peasing, okay, or leaking, all right? But there is a solution, and if it's continuing and you're uncomfortable with it, particularly postpartum, you need to go and see a women's health physio, okay? But I'm going to give you a few solutions that can prepare you during pregnancy to strengthen your deep core and pelvic floor, so you're going to be okay when you cough and sneeze, and you're going to be able to jump post-pregnancy. Now that's not going to happen immediately, but these few steps are going to help you get basically prepared and ready for it. And it doesn't happen by just doing these overnight, okay? You need a bit of consistency with it. So first of all, let's talk about activating your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor is a sling of muscle that's actually underneath you, okay? Everyone kind of thinks it's just this little internal muscle, but it's a sling of muscle. It's like a hammock that runs underneath you, and during pregnancy, it's like this little cradle or hammock that's holding up your baby. So we need to activate it, and it doesn't happen by clenching and tucking and sucking. What I want you to do is just first of all, soften through your knees, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in, okay, and as you exhale, I want you to just feel you drawing up through your pelvic floor. Breathe out, and just draw up one floor of the elevator, okay? And that's a gentle activation. Now, I've activated, and I'm still talking, okay? So you should be really clenching, tucking, sucking, so you can't talk, okay? You should be able to talk through it. And that's something you can do, is that gentle activation before you're about to cough, sneeze, or jump. Now, I know it's really hard if you're coughing to try and do that, but just bring some awareness, and just also be aware that when you exhale, that naturally lifts and activates your pelvic floor and gives you a bit of deeper support. It's a little bit of secret sauce. And I do dive deeper into that into my Ultimate Pregnant Core program, which is coming up very, very soon. The doors open at the end of this month. So if you're interested, jump onto my website and get on the wait list, because all the waitlisters are going to get some fabulous bonuses. So that is the first way to activate your pelvic floor. The second way to train your pelvic floor and to prepare for jumping, coughing, sneezing is simply squatting and breathing correctly while you squat. So taking your feet hip width apart, shoulders above ribs, okay? Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. So as we do this, our pelvic floor is lengthening, and then it's calming back up as you breathe out. Inhale on the way down. Remember I said it's a sling of muscle, and then it calms back up and it's gently lifting while you do this. So you're not clenching, you're not tucking and sucking. It's a natural activation. So squats are one of the best things you can do during and after pregnancy to help tone and support your pelvic floor. If you jump onto my YouTube channel, I have a few little squat workouts there that you can go and do. And again, that's another way, again, to sustain and help protect you while you're coughing or preparing to jump postnatally. Now, another great exercise, which you can start during pregnancy and then progress this postpartum, I'm going to take you through 2 levels, is calf raises. So if you're pregnant, you might want to turn around and hold onto a wall. Okay, I like to have my robot arms, soft knees, and just come up. And you're going to exhale when you come down up onto your toes. Inhale on the way down. Okay, and same thing postpartum, you can just exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down and soften through your knees. Exhale, come up, inhale on the way down. So what these calf raises are actually doing is preparing you to jump. So you're not going to jump during pregnancy, that's not suitable. But if you're postpartum and you don't have any leaking, you don't have any bulging, you don't have any heaviness, okay, down below, you can prepare to jump by doing this. But I first of all recommend you come up, exhale, and then come down and go back into a squat. Okay, exhale, raise up, inhale, come back down. So again, this is a beautiful exercise also to do during pregnancy. It strengthens your posterior chain, it lengthens your spine, it helps with your alignment. All right, so if you're feeling good postpartum and you've also been checked by a physio at least 12 to 15 weeks postpartum, this is how you can progress your squats to a jump. So we're going to come down, we're going to inhale, we're going to do a little exhale, a little lift, inhale, don't do this while you're pregnant, lift up. So my toes are still staying on the ground, I'm just almost adding a little jump. You don't have to come up too high, just on the balls of your feet. Now that's a good way to practice getting prepared to jump. Now once that starts feeling good, I don't want you to go straight into a two-legged jump. Okay, remember I said your pelvic floor is a sling of muscle that runs underneath you. We need to first of all start with the different angles, side by side. And it's much more comfortable postpartum to start with some side angle jumping rather than some double-legged jumping. So we start with the calf raises during pregnancy. We start with the exhale and a little lift higher postpartum, as long as there's no leaking and bulging, etc. And then what you can move into, if you're feeling comfortable, is little side jumps. So start with a little side step, okay? And then we can move to a little jump, Now, most importantly, you're not holding your breath, you're exhaling, okay? You can make it a little bit of a speed skater thing. And just see how that feels for your pelvic floor. You might need to not do it too wide, just a little side-by-side jump. And this is also a great way to return to running. So a little bit of a side jump. If it's too much, start with the side step. Okay? And just progress at your own pace. There's no timeline. Okay? And then the last one, if you're feeling comfortable, is moving into the little double jump, the bending down, exhale, and that lift up off the floor. Now I find one really good way to do this is actually do this slowly on a trampoline. So if you're on a trampoline and your kids have a trampoline, you're going to get a little bit of a spring from the trampoline. You're going to come up and just do some gentle, slow, deep jumps with that support from the trampoline rather than the heaviness of the floor. Really good way to start. Otherwise, just progress from those little side steps. Okay, and then you might even want to just do some little kind of jogs, and then when you're ready, it could even be 2-3 years postpartum, you go into jumping. But again, this isn't something you can dip in and dip out of. It does take a little bit of commitment. It does take, 5-10 minutes a day to keep training your deep core. Okay, and then you can go to Sky Zone, you can go to Bounce, and you can jump, just like what I did. But the best way and the secret sauce I know is to start during pregnancy. Pregnancy is the best time to train your deep core. And as I said, my Ultimate Pregnant Core program starts at the end of the month. The doors open. So I want you to be one of the first on the wait list so you can grab the great bonuses. Head over to my website, bodyfabulous.com.au to find all the details, or post me a message down below, or jump into my Facebook community and ask me any questions. So I hope that helps with coughing, sneezing, and eventually progressing to jumping post-birth.